She then got upset that I told her I felt disrespected. She balled up her fist at me and she said, "You're so effing lucky right now. You're so effing lucky," as she was inching her way towards me to hit me.
That was a clip from our show last night when three of pop star Lizzo's former backup dancers came on to talk about their lawsuit. They say they were sexually harassed, fat shamed, that there was racial and religious harassment, all on tour, and Lizzo knew it all and did a lot of it. Then something very unusual. You didn't believe it. The response to this segment was overwhelmingly skeptical, to put it mildly. Social media blew up. This was very unusual. In cancel culture, the problem is usually the presumption of innocence flips. And it's, oh yeah, all right, there's the allegation. It must be true unless the accused can disprove it. Not this time. And Lizzo fired back. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who've already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. I'm not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I'm not the villain that everyone in the media has portrayed me to be these last few days. I'm open with my sexuality, expressing myself, but I can't accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. What are we to believe? We need meat on the bones of the accusation. John Zambrano, lawyer for the three dancers, joins us now. Good to see you, counsel.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
So, Ron Zambrano, I was surprised, by the way, at the skepticism just because of our general culture. It probably is that it is hard to believe that someone who has made part of their reputation on breaking barriers of fat shaming and body shaming would do that to anybody else. Why should the dancers be believed?
They should be believed because it's something that's their truth. That's something that may ring hollow to other people, but their experience is their experience. We've all had the saying said to us, you shouldn't meet your heroes. And unfortunately for my clients, that's what happened here.
Okay, but that's not enough. So the idea of they had their feelings hurt or they didn't like it. Lizzo says, no, I'm the opposite of this. So you have to demonstrate, not beyond a reasonable doubt, it's not a criminal thing, it's a civil thing. But you need proof that Lizzo or her dance captain, is it really about the dance captain and not Lizzo, and you're throwing Lizzo in there because she's the big name and that's why you get a settlement?
Well, no, I think Lizzo is one of the people that absolutely fostered this sexual harassment environment where this stuff can happen. Now, we're not saying Lizzo touched anybody. We're not saying Lizzo accosted anyone sexually. What we're saying is she allowed this environment to exist. There's already been audio and video of her wanting to go to this banana bar. Her own statement today, what does it talk about? Does it talk about empathy for the clients? No, it talks about, well, you know what? I'm a very sexual person. I'm very open about that. Basically saying, if you want to be around me, you have to deal with it. You're not supposed to deal with it in a workplace. That's the problem.
There is video that TMZ put out today that came after the allegations of one of your clients saying something different about Lizzo. Here's a taste.
I've been working with Lizzo for some months, maybe close to a year now, and it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. I look up to her so much, and I just want to follow in her footsteps.
Doesn't seem harassed.
So we should give context to that. That was done before most of the allegations that are in the complaint. It was between the European tour and there was a break, and that was during that break. So listen, all around the country, there's a bunch of young people who don't like their bosses, and they're not going to burn bridges. And it happens a lot more in the entertainment industry. Also, that was an audition tape to try to get on the second season of the show on Amazon. But again, the timing of that is not, nothing happened that is in the complaint before that video was done. Where she was put in a situation where she had to pee on herself, where her phone was taken, where she had to admit that she had to be that she had mental disability, eating disorder. She was called out for fat shaming. That all happened after this video.
And I guess that the ultimate question is going to be, well, maybe it was the production company, maybe it was the dance captain, But how do you link Lizzo to it, especially if the central allegation is Lizzo knew that women who represent exactly what her brand is, that you don't judge big women as if big must be bad, and you don't judge people on the basis of how they decide to be, that she went against all that and wanted them treated exactly the way she says she doesn't want anybody treated. How do you show that?
It's not simple. And listen, when these ladies came to me, I had my own suspicions because of the huge brand that Lizzo is. But after spending time with them laying out how sincere they were, I believed them. And now that that this is out, the cat's out of the bag, people are coming forward and going, you know what? I went through that. People they have no financial benefit to come forward on social media. The former creative director, another dancer, and there's people calling my office that used to work with Lizzo going, you know what? Behind closed doors, this is the way Lizzo is.
I appreciate you putting the meat on the bones of these allegations for us as you develop the case. If this stays something that is this much of a controversy, you're welcome to come back. Did I say something that bothered you there, counsel? What did I say that bothered you?
No, nothing at all. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, so we'll stay on it. And I got to express the skepticism that is related from my audience, because it's not, Lizzo punched me in a bar one night. Okay, that's plausible. But Lizzo treated me in a way that she constantly says she would never want to be treated and doesn't want anybody ever treated is going to take some explaining. So that's why I asked the questions. I appreciate you answering them. To be continued.
Thank you.
All right, how do you feel about it now? Ron Zambrano offered up some more of the suggestions of why this is legitimate. Do you buy it? Let me know, and we're going to talk later in the show. You know how to call.